Hello fellow everyone, and welcome to my video where I'm going to talk about meditation. As you can see, I'm in a very beautiful location, and the location is called very close to Mesagne. This is in the south of Italy, and there's trees and grape vines all around me right now. And there's literally trees, and you can see only trees as far as the eye can stretch. For example, here you see everything is olive trees and grape vines. So I want to take this opportunity in this incredibly beautiful surrounding to teach any of you guys about meditation. Now, am I a guru? No, I'm just a guy who meditates, and I know what works for me, and it might also work for you. But first of all, why do you want to meditate? Different reasons for everybody. For me, my reason is to get more relaxed in moments when I'm stressed, or in moments when I'm just too busy or feeling a lot of emotions. And that meditation is going to quiet my mind if I do that. So that is my why. There's all kinds of whys why you would want to meditate, and everybody is different, but it seems to relax people, and it makes you think and see things more clearly. And you basically, meditation is about life enjoyment, so you enjoy life way more if you meditate, and you get more in the present moment, in the here and now, and just enjoy everything around you. So how do you meditate? Again, everybody's different, but a very simple way is, first step is to notice when your mind is not quiet, when you're not here in the here and now. So when you are, for example, if you get home from a busy day, do you remember stepping inside the car and getting out of the car? Do you remember placing your hand on the steering wheel, starting the engine? No, because those things, they went on autopilot for you. Do you want them to be on autopilot, or do you want to enjoy literally every moment? I mean, you can enjoy every moment. So to pick up where I left off, I don't even remember where I was going with this, but I was talking about how to meditate. First step is to notice when you're not in the here and now, when you're thinking too much, basically. Sometimes you may even feel like a little pain in your head. So that is a moment when you think, okay, I should meditate right now. And no matter what the mind says, in that moment, that's the best moment to start your meditation session. Okay, what do you do then? Well, the easiest step is to close your eyes. You shouldn't use meditation as a escapism to get out of the world and blah blah blah. But I think it's pretty good, because even if you do get out of the world for a little bit, you do quiet the mind, so that when you get into the world, back into the world, your mind is way quieter. So it doesn't really matter if you close your eyes or you leave your eyes open. What does matter is you keep a straight back, and you follow your breath. There's a bit of noise here, generator. So you sit down or you lie down, but I recommend sitting, because if you lie down, you fall asleep. If you sit down, it's easier to stay awake and to stay relaxed. Oh wow, check this out. There's all kinds of cactus fruits here. This is what the bear in Jungle Book feeds Mowgli. Baloo. So, oh wow. So I am actually, I consider myself a beginner still, so I close my eyes because otherwise I get distracted and I start thinking about my surroundings too much. If you sit still and your mind is busy, your mind is gonna find something to think about. Just try it out and you'll notice. You know what? I'm just gonna go off-road just to check it out in nature, and nature quiets the mind also. So I like closing my eyes in order to not get distracted, because otherwise my mind is thinking about a lot of things. And then I basically usually just watch my breath. And if your mind is really busy, it may help to just count your breaths, count to 10, or from 10 to 0, and then start over again. Basically 1, 2, 3, on every out breath you count, right? Or maybe you want to count on every in and out breath. But I recommend either to count every in breath or either to count every out breath. Why? Because if you count both breaths, they are different. The in breath is different from the out breath, right? So if you want to feel your body, it's better to start noticing every in breath first or every out breath first, and then you can distinguish the two and focus on both. But you do whatever works for you, right? So I usually count every out breath. Why? Because that's the one I want to notice more, because when I'm stressed and busy, it helps to breathe out all the different stress and emotions. So I literally tell everything is what is real for you is real. So basically, if you convince yourself about something that it's true, then it starts to become true. So it doesn't matter if something is actually true or not, because there is no truth, right? Everybody has a collective knowledge, and we basically agreed that these things are true and these things are not, based on these collective thinking. But actually, what if everybody thinks wrongly, right? Is it still true then? So basically, there is no truth. The truth is, you feel the truth. I'm starting to talk a bit woo-woo now, but let's get to more concrete content before I dive into all this philosophy. So, where was I? First step is to notice when your mind is not quiet, and to force yourself. And you need to force yourself then to sit down, straight back, preferably lotus position or whatever is comfortable to you, because just whatever is comfortable. Because if you're not comfortable, you start thinking about the discomfort. That's why you need to be comfortable. But your back needs to be straight, because that opens up your body to feel all your sensations and to not escape from your body, basically. Because when you're thinking too much, you're basically escaping from your body. You are out of your body. You need to get into your body. If you keep a straight back, you keep a straight posture, maybe your chest out, you are more open towards anything, okay? So you sit straight back, lotus position or whatever is comfortable, eyes closed. You may want to keep them half open if you really enjoy the environment. But what you're gonna find, for example, if I'm gonna sit here right now, the environment is going to be too big. So if I start meditating here right now, I sit down, I will focus only on the spot right in front of me. Even though the environment is so beautiful, you just focus on the spot in your surroundings. Otherwise, it's too big. Meditation is about inwards focus. So you see all these Instagram influencers posting these pictures, meditation in beautiful surroundings. That's really nice, but only if you can feel your surroundings. Because if you watch your surroundings, you're basically looking, and looking triggers thinking. And because we are always visually oriented. We are looking more than we are feeling. So meditation is to teach you to get back into your body, feel how you feel, notice when you're feeling bad, and make sure you feel good. And yes, you can make yourself feel good without anything, without any external influence, and that's really possible. And this is like people who can do that become very, very happy, and they can even teach themselves to be happy in every moment, even in the bad times. So get back to the I drift off topic so much, but these are just some things I want to tell you before I forget to tell you. So you sit back to the topic. You sit, eyes closed, straight back, watch the breath. And what I usually do, let's find some beautiful spot so I can maybe demonstrate. But when I'm demonstrating, I'm actually filming also, so I'm not really able to show you how deep I can go, because I'm not going deep if I'm filming. I'm not that good yet. So these are all kinds of grapevines, you see. Oh, I'm literally on the car road right now. You know what? I'm gonna talk some more to find a better spot to sit, because it's nicer when it's quiet. So I can tell you first. You sit with your eyes closed and notice how you feel. So the first step was when you're not meditating. So during the day, you notice when you're not feeling well. That's already a big step, because some people don't feel their body. They don't even notice when they're feeling stressed or bad. So, and then you start forcing yourself to meditate. People recommend twice a day, 20 minutes. I would say start whenever you need to, and preferably once a day, maybe 15 minutes. 10 minutes, you're gonna notice that right at the point when you start feeling really well, the meditation is over. That's what happens to me, actually. So I recommend at least 15 minutes. Myself, I just do it because I'm not very consistent in my practice. I just notice when I'm too stressed, and then I start doing it. And if I really have a lot of time, for example, when I'm on holiday right now and I want to feel really well for the rest of the day, I do it to enjoy my holiday better. So you're sitting down because you were feeling stressed and you force yourself. You sit with the back straight. I'm repeating this a lot of times, but also so you remember, because I can tell it once, but then the message you might forget it, because this is very important. So that's why I'm repeating it so much. You sit down straight back, eyes closed or half open, but as a beginner, and yes, you are a beginner, I consider myself a beginner, you close your eyes so that you cannot start thinking about external things around you. And trust me, you will start thinking about internal things. So when you're walking, like I'm doing now, do you hear that? Not sure if it records this, but listen. All I hear is myself walk, the stones I was walking on, and in the far there, you can still hear the generator. So you're sitting with your eyes closed and you're counting your out breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's better to count it just in your head. And even better still is to not count it all, but just follow the breath, like they're saying. So you're following, you feel your belly moving up and down, and you're just feeling the air come in and out. And then there's this, I'm not sure what it's called in English, but when there's this muscle here that goes, or try feeling that kind of. Oh, there's a car here. Because that, so if you're thinking way too much, it's better to count till 10 and then start over again until you get to a quiet level where you don't have to count anymore, and then you can move on to following the breath. So knowing when you're breathing in and feeling the full breath. So where is my level of inhaling now? So, and also noticing the point when it's fully inhaled, and then noticing that you're exhaling. A beginner's mistake is that, and this is really difficult, but as a beginner, as a true beginner, you start to control your breath. You start to breathe differently because of the meditation, because you feel like you need to control your breath. Why are you doing that? That's the mind messing with you, because the mind wants to control everything. And basically, no, you need to notice your breath. And this is really difficult, I can tell you. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of time to feel your breathing, your autonomous breathing, without controlling it and following that. And that's the key. That's really the key. But if your mind is really busy, you are not it's not possible for you to do that. So you need to quiet your mind first. So I already said you can count till 10 and then do that again and do it again, but sometimes your mind is just even more stressed than that, thinking more than that. So what you need to do then, or what I recommend, just a way, is boxed breathing. So boxed breathing means you breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, breathe out. You get it, right? And do that as long as you need to, and you're gonna notice that it's really hard because your mind wants to keep on thinking. But if you're doing this, you're forcing yourself to really and making yourself feel comfortable while doing that, huh? So to do that boxed breathing in a way that keeps you in the comfort zone. So you need to do it comfortably, and that requires focus, a lot of focus, and it's gonna make you think less. And it also relaxes you because it's about breath control, so it makes you feel really good. For example, if you, and this is a really easy way to just relax, is just to this is why in movies they say just take a deep breath, and you think, oh, I already know that, but that's your mind telling you, oh, I already know that, so I don't have to do it. But you have to do it, and that's the key. Your mind thinks, oh, I already know how to meditate, so I don't need to do it. That's bullshit. So meditation is about doing and feeling, and it's not about knowing how. So let's summarize where we are right now, okay? First step was to notice during the busy day when you're not feeling well, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling bad, maybe when you're angry about something or jealous or these bad emotions, any kind of bad emotions or bad feelings, right? And all these things, bad emotions, bad feelings, are external things. They are triggered by external things. They are not external themselves, they are internal. So they were triggered by something external. Or maybe something internal, that maybe you ate something bad, right? That's possible. But still, it's something internal then, as a response to your external thing. And you can control every internal thing. Internal things you can control with meditation. So, notice when you're feeling bad. Shall we walk that way? Let's try it. So notice when you're feeling bad. Then force yourself to move to a spot where you're not distracted. So don't go into, oh, I need to sit next to a waterfall. Oh, I need to move into the olive trees in the garden. The easiest way is to find a spot where you're not disturbed. Make sure your phone is on airplane mode also, so that you really cannot be distracted by that even. And the easiest is to maybe just face towards a wall in your room, so you're not even distracted by the dust you forgot to clean or something, you know. And then when you're sitting, you could also just close your eyes. You know what? This is a very quiet and beautiful place. Let's walk towards the grapevines. So when you're sitting and you have your eyes closed, you keep a straight back. And whenever you notice that you're... Oh shit, there's people there. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to walk here, so I might just go straight. Or maybe just walk towards... You know what? I'll go right here. So you're sitting, keeping your eyes closed, and then you follow your breath. And if you're feeling really overwhelmed, this is just good practice anyway, to just always first make sure, am I breathing right? Did I get enough oxygen? Because when you're stressed, your breathing is very shallow. So it helps to, before you start your meditation, and this is actually already part of meditation, because you're already starting to relax yourself, focusing on the internal. But you breathe in deeply, and then drop all the crappy feelings by breathing out. Do that a couple of times, as long as you need to, and then you might want to visualize or think that you're breathing in positivity and you're breathing out negativity. And this is again about the fact that you're convincing yourself about something, and it doesn't matter if it's true or not. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but if it's true for you, it's actually true for you. Yeah. So, but if you're still, so that focuses you to physically feel better. If you're still not physically feeling well, then you can start with the boxed breathing, with 4 seconds in, hold, 4 seconds out, hold, and just keep on doing that. That should relax you enough. If you need some more extreme shit, you could do the Wim Hof breathing exercises, or pranayama, or I don't know what is. I kind of know, but like all these yogi and their deep breathing techniques. But I think that shouldn't be, nothing should be, but I don't think you need that. I think just taking a deep breath and breathing out fully is already gonna help. And if you are not breathing in fully, you might want to start with breathing out fully first, because that triggers the inhale to be bigger as well. But this is to physically feel better, okay? Before you start with the focus towards your thinking brain. So now that you're physically relaxed, you can start relaxing your thinking brain by counting the breaths, or following the breaths, even better. With your eyes closed, and maybe later you want to half open them if you're feeling relaxed already. And then you might want to start a timer on your smartphone for minimum 15 minutes. Oh, look at these beautiful grapes. Oh, nice. Italian wine grapes. And do it when you need to, when you feel like it, or when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like meditation. You should do it then. It's really weird. When you're feeling bad, basically. So there was a Zen teacher on YouTube, and he said, and I learned that from him, do 20 minutes minimum, 15-20 minutes minimum, he said. And if you don't have time, please 40 minutes, 40. So if you don't have time to meditate, you're not meditating enough. You don't notice that how badly you need it, how much life enjoyment you get out of it. So that means you're not spiritually centered. You're not enjoying life enough. If you don't think you have time to meditate, you should meditate more, basically. And I forced myself to do this a couple of times. So, if you are... Let's see if I can place my smartphone in a way that you can watch me. So, it's best as a guy in Western culture to sit with your back, with your ass a bit higher up to make you feel comfortable. So I'm gonna pick up some of these, some of the straw. So I sit a bit higher with my back. Okay. Whoa. I'm not used to this. Oof. So now that we are sitting with our backs a bit higher up, what I usually do is, because I cannot do a full lotus, I place just one, I have one leg with the back of my foot basically against the pillow or my the straw I put on the ground. So against a bit of the beginning of my hips. So the back of my feet, the back of my one foot is against my hips, kind of my ass a bit, just barely. Then the other foot I put just like this. And this is a half lotus position. It makes sure that your back is straight. Actually, you're naturally gonna keep your back straight if you sit like this, and you're gonna keep feeling comfortable. If you still don't feel comfortable, it might be that you are sitting too much during the day, so behind a desk or a computer. So you need to train your body to be straight more often, to sit up straight, to stand up straight, to walk up straight. What I did to maintain that is to sleep without a pillow. And at first that's very comfortable, so you might want to start with a very small pillow or maybe an ergonomic pillow. So if you do that during the night, you're gonna be lying straight for a long time, so that already moves your body and makes your body more straight already. So now that we're sitting, I'm gonna take off my glasses and first I have my eyes, let's keep my eyes open for now. Notice how quiet it is. I'm gonna notice how quiet it is and listen to the sounds, and then I'm gonna make sure how I feel and that I feel right by breathing in deeply a couple of times and maybe do the boxed breathing. I noticed that my shoulders are a bit cramped high, so I relax them more. So it's really important to feel how your body is feeling, and notice the points where you are not feeling well. And if they're feeling really bad, you might want to focus and stay with those points for a longer time. And if you stick with a certain point for a long time, uh, you notice that the pain, if you stick with it long enough, goes away a bit. It makes you feel a little bit better there. So every time I keep talking to you guys, I'm not inward focused anymore. So it snaps me out of the meditation, but this is just for demonstrating it to you guys. So like I said, try not to control your breath now, but just watch it. I notice my belly moving up and down. I also notice the sounds of flies around me, and my mind is worrying about that. So I convince myself that they are just flies, they're not stinging insects. And I'm not sure if it's true, but if I convince myself, I can relax more. So sometimes when you're worried about something and you want to relax about it, it really helps to convince yourself that you don't have to be worried about it. And then it becomes true for you. And then you feel better. And every situation will be fixed eventually, So there's no need to feel bad about something all day. That's not happening right here, right now. I cannot set a timer because I'm filming using the smartphone, so you guys are filming me right now. But just to demonstrate, this is how you sit. It doesn't matter where you place your hands, but I like to open them up a bit more. Sometimes I like to do it like this, but now I like to feel more open. So this makes you feel open, and there's Zen practitioners that say you need to place your hand in a cup, put your thumbs softly against them, and then keep your shoulders up a bit and sit like this and hold them right under your navel. But I don't like that because it makes me feel cramped up. Yeah, I like to sit more openly. So if I sit like this, I feel more open myself. So after you set your timer, you're gonna be very, very bored. And the boredom is part of the process, and it's good because that means your mind doesn't like it. But eventually, if you do it long enough and you try to enjoy it, you need to, like, if you have a timer for 20 minutes and you feel bored and bad about it and, oh, this is stupid, I want to move on with my day, force yourself, no, that's not the process. Like my Zen teacher taught me, that is not the practice right now. The practice right now is you set a timer, you're meditating right now until the timer finishes. So every time you notice that you start thinking about something, don't feel bad about it, but just tell yourself, that is not the practice right now. And then get back to your practice until the timer rings. And just do it, okay? And you're gonna feel way better. And after the meditation, try to notice how you feel then. So right now there's wind against my skin and it feels really good. And I also hear the wind going through the trees and the vines, and it sounds really good. So normally we're thinking a lot during the day, and we are looking a lot around us, and we think that these are our senses, but we have way more senses than that. We have sound, we have feelings, and we have our body has a lot of feelings on the inside. It's really good to make sure that you feel good on the inside first before starting your day or going through your day, because that way you feel good and you can transfer that energy. Everything in life is energy. Even the physicists say that, and they're finding out that everything is energy, and no energy goes to waste. So people feel your energy, especially here in Italy. I noticed that when I was feeling bad, they were treating me also a bit worse. So like they were also thinking like this guy is feeling like shit, and I made them basically feel like shit. I don't know why, but when I was feeling good, I made them feel really good, and they were really like kind and really friendly and warm. So I think, I don't know, I shouldn't think. This is the point. You see, my mind is thinking a lot, thinking about what I need to tell you, and thinking about all kinds of things. I see this is actually just a normal fly, so my theory was right. And you know what? If it starts sitting on my finger, yeah, I'm gonna let it sit on my finger, and I feel it crawling over my hand right now, and focus on that. So right now a fly is crawling over my hand, and sometimes it flies off my hand, and now I feel the feet of the fly crawling over me, and this is also a meditation, because it helps me focus on something. So one type of meditation is to focus on something. Focus on your breath, focus on a fly walking over your hand, and then you focus on something inwardly. So your breath is a feeling inward, the fly is something external, but the feeling of the feet of the fly over my hand is something internal. So you can meditate using anything, any technique, as long as you're focusing on something inwardly. And you can use something external to focus on something internal. So this was a short introduction on meditation. I hope you liked it, and maybe you learned a lot from it. But now that you know how to meditate, it's really important that you start doing it and practicing it yourself. So a quick summary and a good step to begin is to notice when you're not feeling right, and to start meditating when you need to. So noticing when it's gonna help to meditate to make you feel better. If you feel good during the day, you make other people around you feel good, you're gonna attract more positivity and more happiness and more luck. Don't expect luck to be there, but if there's an unhappy or unlucky situation, just everything in life has upwards and downward spirals, and after up comes down and after down comes up, and everything goes into this up-down cycle. Sun, light, dark. The sea moving towards the land, away from the land. Breathing in, breathing out. Everything has this frequency, up, down, up, down. So if there's adversity in your life, there's gonna be happiness after. Just know that. And I usually notice that when I notice that, the adversity right now, that means there's gonna be happiness later, and maybe way later, maybe not, but usually there's gonna be happiness pretty soon then, if I realize. And it's all a test, man. It's probably all a test, or maybe not. Check out these grapes, really beautiful here. So this was my short introduction on meditation. Hope you liked it, hope you learned from it. Notice when you need to meditate, start doing it daily, and it doesn't matter if you don't do it daily, just notice that it makes you feel better, and then you naturally start doing it more often. if you do it more often, you're gonna notice that you love doing it, and that it makes your life enjoyment bigger, and it makes you more restful. You can go through bad situations very peacefully and gracefully, and the happy situations are just gonna be awesome. So that's a big why. Notice when you're not feeling good, make sure you feel good with these meditation practices. You can meditate, first of all, focus inwardly. Am I feeling right? Maybe you want to deep breathe a bit for a couple of breaths. Breathe in positivity, breathe out negativity. Or maybe you need something stronger, like boxed breathing, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, and holding it for 4 seconds. Or maybe you want something stronger, like the Wim Hof meditation, or any deep breathing techniques that kind of over oxygenizes the body and makes you feel really well. Then, man, this fly is really sticking with me now. It's following me. I'm pretty sure it's the same fly actually that's flying with me now. You see, I was feeling really good, and the fly was helping me feel good, and now I made the fly feel good, and now the fly wants to stick with me. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not, but it's true for me, so it's true. Because there is no truth, there's just a collective knowledge. And what people agree with together, that's the truth. So we don't know what the truth is, we just have a bunch of collective knowledge and we call it truth. And any word or you call something a certain name, that's just a label. That's just a label for collective knowledge, and we use these labels, these words, to explain to people what we're talking about. Even the concept of language is just a way to communicate and transfer our energy towards others. And that's why words are, oh, this fly really lost me. That's why words are very, very strong. Words can make or break a person. Think about when you were feeling bad and a person was helping you out, maybe your mom, maybe your dad, maybe a really good friend or your girlfriend or your partner, and you felt well afterwards. Why? The fly is sitting on my finger now. Why? Because words are strong, and they transferred when they were helping you out, they were feeling better than you at that moment, and they wanted to make you feel right as well. So that's why they helped you out, and they transferred their energy with words, their positivity to you. So this is a bit more woo-woo talk, but this is my interpretation of how life works. So to get back to where I was at the point where I said, okay, if you need something stronger, you need maybe deep breathing, maybe more oxygen in your body. As soon as you're done with that, maybe you want to listen, maybe you want to look around you for a while to enjoy the environment, and then you might want to start with the no thinking practice. And you cannot stop thinking actually, but just try focusing on something internal. So maybe you want to check out the feeling of your breath and stick with that for 20 minutes or 15 or maybe 40, if you need to, according to the Zen teacher. And you can focus on anything, the fly crawling over your hand. Although now that I did that, the fly is really sticking with me. So if you don't want, I can literally show it to you, like here. I'm not sure if you see it, but it's literally on my hand right now. You see? And it's sticking with me. So if you don't want the fly to stick with you as your life partner, you might not want to do the fly meditation, because you make the fly feel really good and you transferred your positive energy towards the fly. Here, you see, it's still on me. It's really following me. And even if I wave it away, here, I'm gonna wave it away now. You see? It's flying away now, right? It's gonna get back to me. You see, it's over my face. You saw that, right? You see? So this is like proof that yeah. So I'm right? That's my ego saying, yeah, you see, I'm right. But, I think I'm right, so I'm right, because it's true for me. And maybe it will inspire you guys also here. You see? The fly is really sticking with me. So I don't recommend this type of meditation because of the itchy feeling of a fly on you all the time. But I recommend starting with the breathing first. And maybe you want to follow your in-breath, your out-breath, and if you're still thinking too much, not relaxing enough, you might want to count your breaths first. Count in. Maybe you want to count every out-breath so you can really focus on the bad energy going out. And when you're breathing, you're breathing in positivity, breathing out negativity. Or maybe you don't want to think about it at all. Maybe you just want to count the out breaths to relax first. And then when you don't need to count anymore, when you're relaxed enough, you just feel that you're breathing in positivity and breathing out negativity until the timer goes off. And then make sure you notice how you're feeling afterwards. You might want to give your state, the way you feel, maybe you want to give it a grade before the meditation and after the meditation, so you can notice for yourself how much it's doing. That's a little proof. The fly is still on me, you see. I really transferred my energy there. From the... Maybe I'm gonna take it into the hotel, because I'm on holiday right now. Oh, beautiful environments. Okay guys, it has been a long video, 45 minutes. Hopefully I inspired a lot of you guys. Hopefully I transferred some energy, some knowledge energy towards you to inspire you also. But make sure that now you think, oh, I know how to meditate. There's a salamander there. Now that you know how to meditate, you don't need to do anything, but it helps to, if you want to make yourself feel good, to do it and keep doing it whenever you need to. And people say that it helps to do it for a month daily, but I haven't been staying consistent that much myself. I just do it whenever I feel like it, or whenever I feel bad, or so I don't feel like it, you know. All right, say goodbye to me and the fly. Say goodbye. And we're gonna see each other soon, maybe. Peace and enjoy life. And if you don't enjoy life, meditate more. Bye guys, love you.